Hey Dirk, here we are again.
Hi Pierre. Yep, and still discussing the journey to become a dream team.
Yeah, and do you remember a few weeks ago we talked about Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck?
How could I forget?
And why did we talk about them?
Well, to illustrate the importance of norms and rules, the fact that teams know what is acceptable and non-acceptable behavior.
Absolutely, and we also said that the purpose of any conversation is to move forward, to reach a conclusion or a decision. And we said that norms and rules are very important to do that.
Yes, they are. And so why are you referring to those norms and rules?
Well, because this week I want to dive a bit deeper into the debate and decide topic and to explore what it takes for a team to move forward in a discussion and to reach a decision at the end.
Okay, you've got my interest. Please tell me more.
If you remember back the exercise we did with one of our clients, it was a group discussion to define a meaningful goal. Do you remember what we did with that group?
Well, I think the first thing we asked them to do was each of them write down their personal statement, what their personal meaningful goal was, and then each of them present those statements back to the group.
Yes, we did. And this is a crucial discussion to start any group discussion because we give the opportunity to everyone to speak out and give their input and being heard also. And what did we do then?
Well, the second step was that we asked everyone to vote for their top 3 statements, which allowed us to select those statements that appealed the most to the members of the team.
Yeah, we did. And to make sure that everyone was still on board, we also asked what was the missing statement in the discussion, and we made sure this was also documented.
And then we gave those selected statements together with those missing elements to 2 subgroups. And at each of those subgroups, we asked them, well, now go away and create a new statement and take into account as much as possible of everything you've heard so far.
So yeah, those were the writing teams. And we also appointed a red team. And their job was to really challenge and list what they wanted to see in the statement or not, and be ready to challenge the writing teams after that.
Yeah, and I remember that for some people, taking up that role felt really unnatural and was really hard for them.
Yes, and if you look at it, there were also other people in the red team who were shining being the red team. It was really their natural role. And this is why I refer always to the importance of rules and norms in this case.
And why is that?
Well, it's very easy when you're a red team to be challenging, provocative, and sometimes you can even be personal to someone else. And so it's very important to have clear norms and rules of what are the acceptable behaviors in the team, especially for when you have to criticize and give feedback to someone else.
Yeah, very true, because let's not forget, our goal of any discussion is to reach a conclusion or a decision. And so even if you're challenging, well, your feedback needs to be constructive and not just destructive.
Absolutely. And so we asked if I go back to the example we had, we asked the writers and the red team to come together and to rewrite a new statement, to add and modify some statements before they can move on.
Yeah, and then we brought the whole group back together and we asked each of the red team, writer teams to present what they came up with to the rest of the group.
And to make sure that everybody was still on board, we asked the input from everyone. So we wanted to make sure that everyone was being heard. And so we asked everyone to say what they liked in the statements, in each of the statements, and what they didn't like in each of the statements.
Yeah, and again, then we did a final round, taking all of that input once again, gave it to the writers team, and confronted them with the final red team to come up with their final statement, right?
And it worked out. I still remember and can feel the energy in the room and the smiles and people with the buzz they had with the final statement they produced.
Absolutely. It even went so far that they suggested and started signing the final statement. What a strong show of commitment that was.
Absolutely, and if now 3 months afterwards they read again the meaningful goal, if you remember last time, they were still energized by it. So it shows that when you make sure that everyone is on board and no one is overtaking the discussion, when you can have a productive debate and you can reach conclusions and decisions quickly.
Yeah, and that really energizes the whole team for a long time. And that, my friends, is one step closer to building that dream team.
If you want other insights more on the global approach to create a great team, check out our social media channels and you will see other content out there.